my heart to you. I'm sorry that I've come with my agenda.
You are listening to Agape FM, nearer to you.
Good afternoon, we are again. It is a Wednesday afternoon, and as you know, it is our top 10 show with me, your host Chante. I hope you all are very excited for this interview because we have one of our, our groups coming through, the Truth Squad. They're coming through this afternoon to share about their journey, how the group has started, and where they're heading to. So before we start, I'm just going to read the bio. So Truth Squad was started in 2007 by Raymond, Mateza and Neil Armstrong after noticing there was no one going directly to the streets where the violence was happening. The organization uses different types of art and motivational speakers to directly speak to the problem all around the country. Truth Squad is a registered NPO. Truth Squad is Truth Squad music can also be found in a number of movies and short films. Our members are also part of the cast and behind the scenes. And you can look for them on YouTube at Truth Squad Media. So hi guys, it's so awesome to have you in studio with us. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're fine. Hi, Chante.
Pleasure to be here, as always.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
No problem. And I heard you guys were on before?
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we also we part of a few things and organizations, and especially in the arts world and that type of thing. So last time we were here, we spoke about the concert we had in December. It was a Legit for Christ concert, which
Okay.
I'm also a member of. But yep.
Okay, so then, how did the group actually start out when you say it started in 2007, so where did the idea really come from?
Right. It actually started in 2012, in I think November 2012, and where it came from is, there was a spike in gang violence at that time. We had a case where there was 13 young people shot over one weekend,
Sure.
and two of the young people, I think the one who was 15 years old, who got shot 16 times, and yeah, the 17-year-old also got shot 15 times, and
Sure.
working in HR at the mortuary at the time, I actually asked my boss if I could view the body, and to hear about things like this is one thing, but to actually see,
Yeah.
it really entices you that something needs to happen. And that basically led myself to go to my friend, longtime friend, Neil Armstrong, and we had a conversation in terms of, listen, we need to do something about this. Himself, being an ex-gangster,
Sure.
ex-prisoner, all the exes you can get,
Sure.
and he made his way out of it. And it was about, getting the means to share these journeys of people who made it out of it, and also how we can use the gospel and the arts
Yeah.
to get young people to get out of things like gangsterism, etc.
Yeah. And then, how does the stigma attached to the northern areas actually, why is there such a stigma attached to it? Especially when it comes to gang violence and so forth. Do you maybe want to answer that, Randy?
In our areas, in northern areas, the situation that the young colored people find themselves in, drives them to do like these bad things, and so I think the stigma that people label on colored people as it comes from years ago, man. It's something that
Yeah.
has been coming on for a while, and Truth Squad we are trying to deal with the issue while it's happening, when it happens.
Yeah. And then how would you say it makes you feel when there's such a stigma attached to colored people, especially in those sort of communities?
Being a colored guy doesn't make me feel good, walking past
Mm,
someone and them they clutching their bag when they see
yeah.
me. Um, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good
Mm,
feeling at all.
definitely. Yeah. And then Raymond, when you mentioned that you were working in the mortuary and you saw that boy, how did it make you feel?
Yeah. I said I wasn't working in the mortuary. Actually, never went there.
Mm,
It was just one time because of what happened, and it somehow touched me in such a way that I just had to see it for myself because
yeah.
it sounded unbelievable that a 15-year-old can be shot 16 times.
Sure.
And as I said, that takes you from a place to talking about something and actually doing it. And then what we decided to do is we're going to create a platform for people who want to do something about it, whatever their skills and ability is. We're going to create a platform so that we can they can use those skills and those abilities to be able to make a change in the community. So then our first thing we started playing was a block party.
Mm,
Because we were thinking, listen, the guys we're looking for isn't necessarily church going guys. And if they see, the pastors and things busy putting up sound somewhere, then they walk that direction, because it's going to be open air service again and they're going to make
yeah.
a lot of noise. So what we did, we branded our first event, we called it a block party, but it's an acronym, it actually stands for Believers Lounging in Corners.
Sure.
And then the party is positive arts, relevant to youth. So that's what it was a whole event. So we had block party, but
Yeah.
fine print was there for
Sure.
you to see. So the idea was to, as I said, that we got a DJ, we got bands in, and we also got in some motivational speakers from a lot of organizations to come and speak.
Yeah.
And the bands pitched, the artists pitched, and the people pitched, and we had a huge crowd. There was in since 2021, like yeah, almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And but then the church people who invited us and pitch, and the speakers from the various places, and the council of them, they didn't pitch. And then we at that time we were only a group of four people now at that stage. So now we're looking at each other. This crowd is here. So what do we do?
Yeah.
And then we just did what we could, and Neil started to speak from his heart in terms of where he came from, But it was after we made some music,
Yeah.
and had the DJ playing. Had the DJ playing, and we got the field full. And people who wouldn't normally maybe just go to an open air or church. And then somewhere in the program we just flip everything on you. So in Afrikaans sal ons sê voor jy dit nog weet is jy in die kerk.
Yeah, so it actually shows that you guys had integrity to still move forward with the event, even though there were so many people that didn't show up. The people that were supposed to be running it with you didn't show up. So it shows a lot of integrity from you guys as a group. And also, I think that's why God grew you into the group that you are today, because you guys were trying to share truth from your hearts. Exactly. So, yeah. So, just share more about what are the developments and regarding the platform that you guys have. How do you involve the young people?
The platform that we have. At events that we set up, we normally ask people to come and show their talents. We go to the area like a month before the time, and we work in that area until leading up to the block party. So we invite the youth of that area to come and show their talents, and we don't do the whole performance, we don't do the whole show. We let people from the area
Okay.
also take part in whatever we're doing.
Okay. Awesome. So you would say that the block party is kind of a continuous thing
Before COVID, it was. So yeah, we're picking it up now.
Yeah.
We're literally busy now in this pitch. Um, this weekend,
Yeah,
26th.
so soon we're gonna have our first block party since
Oh,
COVID and lockdown. But we were doing roughly between 10 and 14 block parties every year.
okay.
You see,
Sure.
so once a month and sometimes twice in the same month. That's how we moved.
Mm. Okay. And so then, do you want to maybe share with the listeners and the viewers on Facebook about the next event that's coming up?
If we definitely we're gonna have in the next week or two, we're gonna have our first block in a while in the space. We're just sorting out some minor clashes just to before we put out the final date.
Mm.
But it's going to be in the Spetch, it's going to be in the Delview area, but it's close within the next week or two. So just keep watching Randy's page and my
Okay.
page,
Yeah.
and then you will be updated as to what's going on with regarding to the date.
Awesome. So for all the listeners and the viewers as well, you can find them on Facebook. They have a Facebook page for Truth Squad as well, and then you can obviously follow both Randy and Raymond as well on their personal pages, so you can see more developments there. And so then regarding the music, I know that you guys do a lot of music. You guys record a lot. So what is the significance about music in the group itself?
The songs I write specifically, I write songs that based on people's lives, things happening right now, like the violence in your area, whatever you're going through, tough times you're going through. I speak from the voice of the listener, I would say. Like if I would speak, my songs are our songs. People relate to it because you're not talking from somewhere else. We're coming from the same areas that they're in, so we know what they are about.
Yeah.
Yep, and just to add to it, I think music, the arts in general, it's an awesome medium to bring about any message you choose to. You know, and that is it is that the music or the art form is the gift, but the message is the choice, and what to choose to do with it. And in terms of True Squad, we always, uh, inspired to want to bring messages which can touch people and change people,
Definitely.
and to give them advice as to how to go about to change their situation. Also, speaking about, bringing forth testimony through music, and talking about own situations and how we might have gone through and came through certain things. And, excuse me, using the arts as a channel to get that message across.
Yeah.
But we need to say that, we're not limited to just music and rap and that type of stuff. We've got awesome singers in the group. We've got, in my opinion, some of the best spiritual dancers in the group. That type of thing. So there's dance, and we also make our own media films. So we've got some short films, we've got some feature films also, which you can watch on the True Squad YouTube channel, which also came about when lockdown came and we couldn't do outreaches, we couldn't go to the churches or the streets, we couldn't go to the prisons like we normally go to the schools. And that's when we decided to let's put our messages in movies and see if we can reach people that way.
Yeah. So the short films and the movies were your own productions.
Yes, it's our production.
Okay. And then
Yeah. So True Scott works very closely to organization we're also part of. It's called Northern Bay Productions. And Northern Bay Productions, or Northern Bay Production Agency, they help a lot logistically and in terms of also supplying actors, the talent for the films.
okay.
So yeah, it's a partnership between True Squad and Northern Bay Productions.
Okay. So personally, as the visionary of the group, how did God save you?
Me,
Mm.
I was in Senate 8, so there's no big story. I never was a gangster, never smoked, never drank, not that. But I think because of that, it's even more difficult to see your own wrongdoing.
Mm.
Because you don't have all of these visible, tangible things which you do, and the need doesn't jump up that, yo, I need to turn things around. But I would really, before I just get to my decision, I would really have to credit my parents
Mm.
in terms of the upbringing being a really, a guide for me in terms of helping me to make the right decisions when the time came.
Yeah.
Now that right there is also my vision, to
Mm.
be that guide to the youngster. If
Okay.
you can get someone
Mm.
before they get to that, everybody's going to get to that place where they have to make certain decisions.
True.
But if you arm them, with all the possibilities, you give them the truth beforehand, and then hopefully they'll make a better decision when the time comes.
Yeah.
So for me, it was the best decision when I got the opportunity to accept Christ. And I listened to a whole sermon, and I was convicted, but I didn't even know what conviction was,
Sure.
in terms of my spiritual background at the time. So, but I was convicted to really, because of this message was so powerful. And then I can still remember, then everybody was going to the front. I was looking at these people going to the front, but I didn't know they were really like going for repentance and that type
Yeah.
of thing. And then somebody told me, like, after the service, Nia, that's what happened. I said, okay, when is the next service?
Sure.
So I couldn't wait the whole week to go to the next service.
Yeah.
I didn't even listen to the message. I was just waiting for this part where they're saying, okay, and now, is there anybody? So I
Yeah.
didn't even listen to.
So I hopped up one
Yeah, I
time.
didn't even listen to the next preacher's message. I'm still on.
Sure.
This thing kept me a whole week.
Mm.
I can't wait to get
Sure.
to where I need to be. And basically, in a nutshell, that's how I accepted Christ. I was listening to the word, and the word brought the change about. And I said, wow, I need Jesus. It's not. I think that my chummies but drunk and rook and doing all of those things, but it applies to me too. It applies to everybody, even
Yeah.
more to me.
Definitely. And it's so incredible when you mention the fact that you kept that word with you the entire week. It reminds me of this one pastor that was talking about how you need to stay in the presence of God throughout the whole week. It's not just about coming to church on a Sunday, but to have that word with you the whole week. And that's basically what Sunday service is for, so that you have that word to carry you throughout the week. So when you talk about the name of the group, where was that inspired by?
I always believe that the truth is what sets you free, and the Bible agrees, or I agree with the Bible, whichever way you want to go with it. So the thing is, if you want to set people free from the grips of, the Bible talks about the grip of sin, and if you want to set people free from the grip of sin, you offer them Jesus. You see, and Jesus is the truth. You see what I'm saying? So we are a squad of people who want to tell the truth about things. Like, people think drugs is this fun and it's this good and it's not going to do anything harmful to you. So we
Yeah.
come with the truth. You see, people come with you and say, listen, I'm going to give you this pair of techies for free. But the truth about it, it's not free. You're going to pay for it
Yeah.
eventually,
Yeah.
and that type of thing. So we embark on telling the truth about gangsterism, because we've got people who actually was in it. Truth about drug abuse, because we've got people who was trapped in it, and that type of thing. So and that is what we want to do, is to convey the truth so that people can make an informed decision when the opportunity presents them.
Yeah. And that's very interesting, because you would say that the people in the area that you're trying to reach out to, they are obviously being exposed to that sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So then, Randy, you've been very quiet, so I'm going to ask you a few questions as well. What is your involvement in the group?
Okay, so I've always been a fan of what Raymond was doing. When I was at school, I would come to our school, our high school, the group Legit for Christ, and I would stand there as one of the learners, but he's my cousin with family.
Yeah.
So my mother and his mother are sisters. So I would tell my friends, hey, this is my cousin, and I was that guy at school that was hitting on my chest and rapping all the time.
Mm.
And then they came to our school, and I was proud to say this is my cousin. And then I always asked him, can I join him? He said, no, you're not ready. And then years later, I think it was a youth service. My sister invited me, and they were there. And I went up and I sang a song, and then after altar call, because I went for altar call,
Yeah.
and then he came to me and said, now you are ready.
Sure.
And so that's the day when I started to be part of Truth Squad. I don't know how many years was it, about 5 years,
Sure.
about 5 years ago,
Could be
yes.
5 already, yeah.
Yes, that's how I became
Yeah.
involved.
And then why do you think he said that you weren't ready?
I wasn't there. I was very not ready. I was in the world back then. I was one of the guys that we are trying to reach now. I was on that side. I was on the other side. So when I changed my life, he saw the change, and I needed Truth Squad exactly when he offered me to join. I needed the leadership at that point in my life.
Yeah.
Yes, so I was ready to be led.
Mm.
that
And
time.
you wouldn't say that because you are family that you still consider him a leader, but there's no like fighting involved because you know how family gets.
No, we argue sometimes, but we sort it out. We all because I'm a musician. I play instruments, and he's a musician. He's different views sometimes, but that's what makes us great at the end of the day. I think it's our differences that makes us
That
a
makes the
strong
group.
unit
Yeah.
that we are now.
Sure. And then what would you say how do you want to impact the youth
How are
further?
we impacting the youth already? Because people message me, they inbox me. For every inbox is different. Some people would say, "Yo, the way that lady danced, spiritual dance, that was so moving."
Sure.
Raymond's song. And younger people, Stout Delighted the song, they would. So we are literally doing it right now. So, how I wanna impact them, I wanna show them, especially people that know me from before I changed everything. I wanna show them that it's possible. They know me from back then. They know how I was, and look at me now. So I want them to also, come to the side, man. Come to the light, because it's blind in the darkness. It's bad there.
Yeah. And was it difficult for you to actually find that light?
Yes, it was. It was very difficult. It's not easy as a young guy, because temptation it's all around you. But discipline and self control, it keeps you on the straight and narrow. You
Yeah.
will make mistakes. No one is perfect, but just get back to the line. Sort yourself out.
Yeah. I hear a lot of the people that I actually know, some of them that's still in school and stuff, they do tell me about your Truth Squad came to our assembly and so forth. So you guys are really making an impact, especially in the younger individuals' lives. So are you still doing the outreaches to high school and so forth?
Yeah, as you said, we recently started again. So in a short space of time, we visited a few schools already. We also work with other organizations, and when they go and they do outreach also to schools and things, and we join in. For example, I Protect Me is an organization which handles things like the empowerment against abuse, teaching children and adults prevention skills in terms of abuse, and we do a lot of work with that organization because we really love and support what they do as an organization. So when they They had an anti-bullying campaign recently, and we joined in. And there was the other one, which I also had, was the one was anti-bullying. But in any case, where we joined in, we also were recently with another organization in the Spitch, also doing a few schools on that side. I think it's building, uh, yeah,
Yeah, I can't
it's
remember.
building, yeah, they're building.
They're building something.
Yeah. But yeah, they're doing brilliant work in the Spitch also. Just sorry, I can't get to the name of the organization right now. But yeah, the point is we work with a lot of organizations. Yeah, we also do our own thing, and we about to embark on our schools program also for the first time. So I think we'll be kicking off in like May. I think it's after the whole Easter
Yeah.
holidays and things, and early in May we should get back to our schools as Truth Squad.
Yeah. And what would you say is any new developments that you guys actually want to start up, and maybe something that you want to do this year still?
We definitely want to record an album.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely record an album because I'm forgetting the songs that I wanna record. So I definitely wanna record more and get the music out there.
Yeah. You need to start writing it down, write more and keeping it with you, because eventually it's going to happen. Yeah. And then is there any like songs that really stick with you? One of your own songs maybe that you could explain to us what you were going through at that moment.
I think one of my favorite songs at the moment is a song by him. It's called Far Away.
Wow.
I love it. Hy raak al kwaad as ek dit aanhou speel because I have it on repeat. So yeah, I'm also one of his, I think his number one fan.
Wow.
In terms of the music, not even in terms of what's done. I'm the biggest fan of his potential. So I'm excited for what's going on forward and what's gonna come next. But for now, the biggest priority for True Squad is to just get back into the rhythm as was left before COVID, just to get back into the program again.
Yeah.
You know, and then build from there going
Yeah.
forward.
Definitely. And then how did COVID actually affect the group itself?
Being a group that mostly does outreaches, and when people couldn't get together with masks and everything, and groups of people couldn't be in the same room, so it actually put a break to our momentum. Because we were at that time we were busy. We were really busy. We were planning and doing things that other people weren't doing. And then COVID lockdown it literally locked us down.
Sure.
And then Raymond started Northern Bay Productions with the movie and stuff. So it's not the same. It has the same effect to the person, but for me personally, I like to be there with you, live in front of you, to experience what you are experiencing. Because to me, it's still fresh. I can still remember how I felt when I changed that day.
Sure. And then when you had that first performance after lockdown, how did that experience feel for you?
It's always, I'm always nervous, so because I think the nerves helps, a person when they perform. For me, it was awesome. It was great. And after the first performance, it just we were on a roll after that. Like now we are busy. Yesterday we were busy. The day before that we were busy. Last week we were in Cape Town
Sure.
doing our thing there. But it's great to be back on the street in front of people, bringing a good message to the people.
Yeah.
And I don't think people totally understand sometimes when you say busy. I say like when you have an average of between 7 and sometimes 12 commitments per week,
Sure.
week by week, every week.
Sure.
That's busy. We've got this personal target that we want to see about 7,000 faces per month. And we reached it, especially in terms of now when COVID the regulations is strict, so we get back to the schools and that type of thing. And so we really have targets and things which we want to reach, very goal orientated
Yeah.
and that type of thing in our approach. But as I said, just also with the movies, just to mention that, like, coming from COVID, I think that was the biggest plus for us at the end of the day, because that's how it was birthed. I mean, we didn't have music videos. Now we're shooting our own music videos
Sure.
and short films and that type of thing. And just to give you an idea, we've got just one, and talking about a full length film, the lot. Just one of those. It's almost a 2-hour film, no?
Yes.
Sure.
And one of them is already on 116,000 views.
Wow.
I mean, for a feature film, not a clip. But it's almost
Yeah.
people spend 2 hours to watch it and then and afterwards leave a comment saying how life changing it is. And then we just was gonna do the one short film, which was a half an hour. Then there was such a big demand, and then 2, and now we're busy shooting 5.
Sure.
So
Wow.
yeah, God has been good to us, you know, and we lost family, but we didn't lose members
Sure.
over the COVID period. So we're grateful to God for that, and He's kept us.
Yeah. Wow. So you guys still have the same people that you touched, and now they still listening and watching you. So how can we stream the movie?
You can, yeah.
Yeah, you can search it on Facebook. If you search Truth Squad Media, you'll get to Truth Squad's page.
Truth Squad SA.
Truth Squad SA, yes. You search Truth Squad SA on YouTube. You'll get to our page. You'll see all the projects that we've done and stuff that we're still busy with. Trailers, music videos, full-length movies, short films,
Sure.
music videos. Yes, it's all on the page.
And you definitely want more of your music to
Truth
play
Squad
in.
SA.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah, and those are already all of the productions
Wow.
in this short space of time.
Sure. It's a lot, eh?
It's yearboard.
Yes,
It's
we're
a
busy,
lot.
We're busy.
We're busy
Yes, you
shooting
have
one
to.
right now. We're in midst of production.
Yeah.
For about a few productions at the moment. So,
Yeah. And if there's probably any young person listening to this right now, how would they get involved in the movies? Or just in Truth Squad in general?
Like people inbox, and if you have something to offer, you just come and give you a place.
Wow.
Meet us there, come do your thing, and if this is what you wanna do, then you can, because a lot of the actors that is in our movies now just inboxed us
Wow.
and they joined the team.
Sure.
you know, we go on the same premise as the scripture says, like, your gift make room for you. So if you want to use your ability to make a change, then we've
Yeah.
got room for you.
Mm.
We explain to you, listen, this is what we want to do with art. We want to make a change in the community. So if you're in for that, and then you are welcome. You know, there's no nothing. We just the gift make room for you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? There's no, it comes soos hy is.
Yes.
Kom net aan.
And make yourself available,
Yep.
because there's a difference between having a gift and not using that gift. So to anyone that's here listening to this right now, especially the young people, you can get hold of them and you can inbox them if you do have any talents, because obviously we want to show it off, you know, from the GQ. We need to show more of that local talent out there. So regarding the movement that you guys have, how would you say, who helps you with the movies, the productions and so forth? Are there any like people that's helping with media and so forth, and the visuals?
The Raymond is the executive producer. Raymond Mateza is the director. He writes the movie.
Yeah.
They cast the people.
Mm.
He can spot what your talent is, and he puts you where you're supposed to be. Like me, I'm young, so yes, you can do that. You're a musician. You can play that role. So um, the cast normally also gives a big helping hand, like the transport and
Yeah.
people that get involved with inboxes. Listen, I can do makeup. This girl came from Shorter. What was her name
Sure.
now, Raymond? She
Sure.
came and she did the great like wounds and stuff. It looked so
Sure.
real.
Wow.
Seriously, yeah.
So people that just made contact with us, they are part of. So there are no really much big names and
Mm.
big personalities involved. It's the normal people that we know.
Sure. Just the people that is around
Yeah,
you.
but they are becoming known, eh? Like, you know, a lot of these
Wow.
people can't walk in, especially in the local malls and things, and like
Yeah.
people go, hey, isn't that John Voice? Isn't that, you know, that type of, there's Auntie Betty. So they start to recognize the characters people play in the films. And that's exactly what we want, and it is a new breed of role models, except just you gangsters and criminals, because that's what those people are to a lot of young people. So if we can now change that narrative and saying like your new role model is an actor, your new role model is a singer or rapper or dancer, and then maybe that can help somehow.
Definitely. And I mean, there's a lot of influence in the media, but the fact that you're bringing the truth out there, then it makes it better for them to have a better role model and so forth.
Yes.
So, where does Truth Squad see themselves in the next 5 years?
I think in terms of what I see, you know, I see ourselves focusing a bit more on putting music on record, getting things recorded. As I said, I think the first year or so will be a lot about consolidating again, you know, taking, building towards where we were as Randy put it. Just before COVID, we were in such a momentum, and our team was big and vibrant and that type of thing. So it's a bit of a phase of rebuilding again, and getting that momentum going again, and then going forward. I mean, we've got visions and dreams of putting up an art center
Sure.
where we can have people do the dance and have recording studio and have all of those things happening in our community. And the trend gonna add.
5 years from now,
Yeah.
I want Truth Squad to be a household name. Like the daughter will know Truth Squad, the father, the mother, the grandmother
Sure.
must know the name of Truth Squad. And what we do, the message that we're trying to send out must be known, like nationwide. That's where I see the organization in 5 years.
Definitely. And it will definitely come with hard work and dedication and obviously having that truth out there and making it known. So, before we leave, because unfortunately we have come to the end, would you just share some of your socials so that those watching on Facebook as well as the listeners can know where to find you?
Okay, my name is Randy Gallant. RENDYGALLANT on Facebook. That's basically all. And if you inbox me, I'll give you my other ways to contact me. So on Facebook, Randy Gallant. Yeah, find me there.
Awesome.
Okay, Raymond Mateza, Maetza. You can find me on Facebook as well. Also, by the same name, you'll find me on Instagram, and I've got a page also at the same by the same name.
Yeah.
If you want to follow there, since Facebook only allows about 5,000 people, so there's a page you can follow, and then obviously True Squad has got a True Squad club, which is a group you can join, and also the True Squad page you can follow.
Awesome. Awesome.
And then True Squad SA on YouTube for the movies and things.
Awesome. So if you do want to watch one of their short films, you can do so on YouTube on their page, Truth Squad SA, and you can find them on Facebook as well. And then obviously you can follow both of them individually on Facebook, so you can see a little bit of their developments and where they're heading to. I hope each and every one of you enjoyed this interview we had today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed
Yes,
being
yes,
on air.
yes.
Definitely. Thank you for the opportunity. Eh?
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, before we do go, is there a shout out that you maybe want to give to anyone?
Yo, there's so many. But I just want to say everybody in the Northern Bay, Through Squad, IPM, family, all of you, you know, shout out to you guys. Thank you for the
Awesome.
support.
Okay, ditto that. Everything Raymond just said, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna mention anyone because I'm gonna miss
Yeah.
some people. So
And then you're gonna hear it when you get home.
yes, see.
Oh yes, and obviously all the models, julle weet wie is julle.
Awesome. So before we do leave, we're just gonna be playing this song by KB called No Chains. I hope you did enjoy our top 10 show, and it is currently 4 minutes to 4. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the song by KB called No Chains.
Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Real Identity. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Real Identity, and follow us on Facebook at Identity The Real for your daily. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Real Identity, and follow us on Facebook at Identity The Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Real Identity, and follow us on Facebook at Identity The Real for your daily dose of
You are listening to Agape FM, nearer to you.